Good morning, Washington staff and students. This is Mr. Galbraith, and today is Friday, September 18th. Hey, we've been talking about Hispanic Heritage Month and Mexican Independence Day, which is celebrated on September 16th. But did you know that Vicente Guerrero, not Obama, is the first man of African heritage to be elected president of a North American country? Historians write that Guerrero's paternal grandfather was either a slave himself or descendant from African slaves. Vicente Guerrero abolished slavery in Mexico in 1829, a third of a century before the United States fought its bloody Civil War, and the U.S. Congress passed the 13th Amendment to the Constitution. Because we are taught history through a Eurocentric lens and system of education, most of us know little or nothing about Mexico's third root that blended their Spanish and indigenous heritages, which is their African root. The closer you look at this historical image, the easier it becomes to realize how African influences have significantly enriched Mexico through art, music, language, cuisine, and dance. As an adult, Vicente Guerrero was opposed to the Spanish colonial government. When his father asked him for a sword in order to present it to the ruler of New Spain as a sign of goodwill, Vicente refused, saying, "La patria es primero." Homeland comes first. The phrase is now the motto of southern Mexico, of the southern Mexico state of Guerrero, named in honor of the revolutionary. As president, Guerrero went on to champion the cause not only of the racially oppressed, but also the economically oppressed as well. Sadly, shortly after Guerrero abolished slavery, he was betrayed by a group of reactionaries who drove him out of his house, captured, and ultimately executed him. Guerrero's political discourse was one of civil rights for all, but especially African Mexicans. Some Mexicans call Guerrero the greatest man of color. Upcoming dates and announcements. Students, you should all now have your textbooks, but a lot of you don't. We still have a lot of your textbooks in our hallways. So if you have not come to pick up your virtual learning kits and your textbooks, please drop by the office sometime in between 8 and 4:30. Remember, back to school night is September 30th. Please circle that date on your calendar. And remember, students, participation and attendance. Attendance and participation. This can count for as much as 80% of your grade. That's a huge portion. What does classwork and participation look like? It could be classwork. It could be participating in the chat when your teacher asks you to, completing those exit slips, turning on your screen when asked to. All those things count as participation. Again, this could be up to 80 or 90% of your grade. You have to show up in order to pass. Students, that's all I have. Thank you so much. You guys have a great weekend. And never forget, scholars make them dollars. Have a great weekend.